Am I the a-hole for suing my boyfriend and breaking up with him after finding out he secretly filmed us and posted online? Okay, here it goes. I, 29 female, recently broke up with my boyfriend, 32 male, after finding out something truly horrible, and I feel totally wrecked by it all. I don't know if I'm overreacting, but I ended things, and now I'm suing him. And some people in my life are acting like I'm the one being unreasonable. For a bit of backstory, we've been together just over a year. Everything seemed great, or at least I thought it was. But over the last few months, I noticed he was being a bit weird with his phone, always turning it, always putting it face down. He also seemed to have a lot more cash than usual, which I thought was odd because he works a normal job, and we both sometimes struggle financially. When I asked, he just brushed it off and said he was doing some side hustle and not to worry about it. Then last week, my gut feeling just went into override, and I decided to snoop a bit. I know, not great on my part, but something didn't sit right. I went through his phone while he was asleep and found hidden folders full of videos of us taking different, oh God, that's so sad, taken during private moments when I had no idea a camera was even on. I started freaking out and digging deeper, and that's when I realized he had been posting them on subscription site for money. I saw comments from strangers, money, transaction, everything. I hope was it OF? I wonder where he was posting it on. Not that that matters or anything. I'm just curious. Anyways, when I confronted him the next day, he didn't even try to deny it. He told me he needed money and thought I'd never find out. He even tried to make me feel like I should just let it go because everyone is doing this now. He told me it was harmless, that people loved us, and that I should be proud of the attention. Proud? I feel so disgusted and violated. I can't even look at him. I told him I was done and left that day. Here's the kicker though. I'm suing him now. I went to a lawyer and we're going after him for invasion of privacy and emotional distress. I feel totally justified. But now some mutual friends are saying I'm overreacting and that it's just a modern way of making money, that I should be flattered by the attention. One even said maybe I should just move on because it's not like he hurt me physically. It's like they don't get how serious this is and how much this betrayal has messed with my trust. I don't know. Am I being too harsh here? I feel like I have every right to hold him accountable, but the backlash from friends is making me wonder if I'm being unreasonable. Am I the a-hole for not just breaking up but also going after him legally? First of all, I'm sorry that happened to her, but what type of friends does OP have? Her boyfriend is filming her without her consent. Her friends are telling her that he didn't hurt you physically. What was more disgusting than somebody filming you and putting your private moment on the internet, and not on top of that, to make cash, to make money out of it? This is modern day pimping. Like, what is going on? What the hell? Am I the a-hole for pointing out that none of my in-laws went to university? About a month ago, I, 24 female, took my final exam at university, marking a huge milestone in my life. I'm the first woman in my family to achieve this, and it wasn't an easy journey. I faced significant hardships along the way, including homelessness, DV, and the loss of family members. Despite everything, I graduated with honors and earned the highest grades in my class, which had made me really proud. Last night, my partner's 27 male parents hosted a big family gathering. While we were all at the dinner table, his cousin, who I get along well with, asked how it felt to be done and congratulated me on my achievement. I told him I felt proud and relieved that it was finally over. That's when my brother-in-law chimed with a dismissive comment, saying something along the lines of, it's not that big of an achievement. People do it all the time. His mom and a few others agreed, adding their own comments about how it's not hard to finish a degree. This brother-in-law has a history of putting me down, calling me dumb and other names, which my partner has addressed with him before. Ironically, he had once attended university himself, but was kicked out for failing all his classes in the first year. Usually, I ignore his remarks, but this one caught me off guard, and I responded without my usual filter. Then how come you got kicked out? His mom immediately told me my comment was inappropriate and rude. She went on to say, just because he didn't finish his degree doesn't mean he's wrong. I replied, well, if it's so easy, why hasn't a single one of you earned a degree? Oh. Some family members, including my partner and the cousin, backed me up, but his mom was furious and asked me to leave. This morning, I woke up to messages from my family members. Some agreed with me, saying I had a point, but could have been nicer. Others, including his mom, felt my comments were uncalled for and said I had no right to humiliate my brother-in-law. So, am I the a-hole? But he has every right to be disrespectful and undermine her achievement and try to embarrass her in front of everyone. Like, I don't understand. The math is not mathing. Am I the a-hole for refusing to change my wedding menu for my in-laws? So here's the deal. I, 29 female, am getting married to my fiance, 31 male, in a few months. And we've been planning this wedding for almost a year. We're doing a small edge ceremony and reception with around 60 guests, mostly family and close friends. My fiance and I love food and have worked with our caterer to create a menu we're really excited about. It includes a mix of options like seafood, pasta, and some vegetarian dishes, basically things we both love. My future in-laws are extremely traditional eaters and are upset that we're not serving any classic meat and potato dishes. They're genuinely great people, but they're the type who think a meal without a steak is a waste of time. They've asked repeatedly if we could add a steak option or just something simple, and they've even hinted at covering the extra cost. Here's the problem. Our menu is already set, and adding another option will mess with the caterer's timeline and honestly with our budget. Plus, this is the day we want to celebrate our way. I told my fiance I didn't want to make changes and he's supportive, but he did suggest maybe offering to pay for a few plain dinners just for them. When I talked to my in-laws, they made it clear they thought I was being selfish by not accommodating them. Some of my family members think I should just let them have their steak, but I'm really struggling with the idea of changing things just for a few guests. Am I the a-hole for sticking to the menu we chose? What did she say? I'm really struggling with the idea of changing things for just because, I mean, they're not just a few guests, they're his family. By the end of the day, like, I never really understood why people get into big arguments and fights with couples at their weddings. Like, if someone invites you to a wedding, whether it's your son, your daughter, or your cousin, or uncle that you barely know, just go to the wedding, see what you can see, be supportive, clap when you need to be clapped, when things need to be clapped, and move on with your day. Like, I don't understand why people are always arguing about random nonsense. Can they not go to the reception and go eat after they're done with the reception? I don't get it. It's really not that deep. Like this, I hate when people do too much.